It looks like Noah Lyles was correct.
He was getting animated. He was like, world champion of what?
And he was speaking facts. It's sad to say, but I have to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. I thought that the United States of America, even if we weren't sending our best, we're still going to come out on top, and that was not the case. The United States of America, we have lost in this FIBA World Tournament, and we lost to Germany, who their best player was a man named Dennis Schroeder, and he ain't really shit in the league, but we lost to him and his crew. We still didn't send our best, so I will. There's a caveat there. There's an asterisk, if you will.
Dog, like, come on. This is like, remember, you have all these teams. This is like sending the middle school team to go play at the championships of a basketball tournament, and they get to the semifinals and lose. You didn't send the varsity.
We didn't send our best.
You didn't send the varsity middle schoolers. You didn't send the frost off. You didn't send the JV. You didn't send the bench on varsity, and you didn't send the starters. You sent the middle school bench warmers, and they got to the semifinals. Now,
but maybe, yeah, go ahead.
Now, granted, right? They're getting better. Clearly, the rest of the world is getting better at basketball. Hooray.
Yes.
But until, listen, we send the best. There's nothing to say.
That's why people are saying, like, for this upcoming Olympics that's going to go on next year, we're obviously not going to be able to just throw out, even though we have some starters on the team this year, we're not going to be able to just throw out anybody, all these 2-3 year, some of them were like 4-year players, but like the most veteran, the most seasoned player on the team was fucking Bobby Portis. He's not even a starter in the league. So like, we're not going to be able to just roll out these like so-so, and they're good players, but we're not going to be able to roll out just like a few of the, some of the good talent and not send the greats of the league over to the Olympics, and that they're going to get the same outcome. So people are saying we're gonna need to have LeBron there. We're gonna have to have Steph there.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to throw in KD, Devin Booker.
They're gonna have to reestablish dominance. We're gonna have to make it very clear. Y'all did not win shit. They need to crush them. They need to bring out everybody and destroy them.
But the thing that I think that, like, when we were talking about that Noah Lyles conversation, the thing that I think he missed is that it's not like the NBA players that are going overseas to play in these tournaments and to play in the Olympics aren't playing against other NBA players. We lost to a team that had like 3 or 4 NBA players on the team. Like, sure, we're all NBA players on our team, whatever, but we're losing to other NBA players. It's not like the best players on the other team. Like the best team in the tournament this year has fucking Luka Doncic on the team. That he's the best player in the tournament. So if we lose to that team, like, what the fuck are you gonna say? Luka Doncic versus Anthony Edwards? Like, it's apples and oranges.
This is almost just fugazi. Now that you've broken that down to me, then what is it? I know he's saying, we're a champion or what? What does this honestly mean now then? If all these people are coming to the NBA, going to the NBA, playing against NBA level players that we know are the best in the world, and then going and playing other countries, that doesn't even seem legitimate anymore. Like,
it comes down to the conversation of where it's like, you have to ask yourself, right? Are American players the best players in basketball now? And it's becoming more and more obvious that American players, if you think about like the top 5 of the NBA, there's probably like 1 or 2 American players in there.
That is an excellent point. I
guess think about like top 10.
I see what he's saying. I guess people are getting
It's like
confused.
half and half now.
Because
so the world is becoming better.
Yeah.
Yes,
that makes sense.
The world is becoming better, and so when he's trying to bring up that conversation about that we're not going up against the world, well, if you actually look at the facts,
the world is already
Lyles,
here. Yeah.
That's period, point blank.
Just because they're playing in America,
this new kid,
don't mean they're not from somewhere else.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying just because they're playing in America doesn't mean they're not representing somewhere else. Just from their birth. And
exactly. Like I said last time, they don't play for us. They play for their own teams. If all the NBA players that are playing on foreign teams this year were playing for our team, you really think we're going to lose?
No, we ain't.
You think we're going to lose?
I still think we're not going to lose.
That would not happen.
Yeah.
If we had every single NBA player that was playing in this World Cup on our team and they play for the US, we not losing to these nobodies. They're not even in the league, bro. NBA is top league. It's top talent. We're not losing to them.
Yeah.
And now you got this new kid, Victor Wembanyama. supposed to be like the most coveted asset that we've ever seen. 7 foot tall,
Right.
Over 7 feet actually. Could shoot the three, could dribble, could put it on the floor. Has all these moves.
I
You think he playing for the U.S.? No.
No. I think what's going to have to happen is I think it's because there's so much flexibility in players play over the world. It's going to be less country and more league. Which league is the world stage? Which league is cultivating the best players? I think is what's going to. I know NBA still is USA, but it's going to be less about where the players are from and more of the league itself as an independent.
Well, everybody's
entity.
going to want to play for the NBA because the NBA number one has the most awareness.
Exactly, most money. So that makes sense. But
most money too.
But if the rest of the world's getting better at basketball, there may eventually be an NBA competitor. Is what I'm saying.
No, because you have to groom talent in that country. The reason why the NBA has the best talent is because the best talent comes from the United States. You have some anecdotal stories where you get the Joel Embiids, the Jokic's and the Doncic's and the Greek Freaks and everything, and they come over to the NBA because they want to compete against the best. But you go to a fucking Serbian league, it's not comparing to the NBA. You coming over here.
You think so? Because I think...
Yes, I know so.
You don't think Serbia...
Maybe 100 years from now.
You don't think Serbia... Like, what country would you say has the best chance to make a league that could at least be on the radar? None of these leagues ain't even on the radar.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you because
radar
they don't play for that league.
Doesn't mean shit.
They don't play for that league though. They play for the NBA. So if you're gonna if the best talent that's being groomed in whatever league, in whatever other league, is coming to play for our league, the fuck you gonna do? And then also the NBA is expanding. So if the NBA is gonna go over and start a league in fucking China or in fucking wherever else, that's still the NBA. You see what I'm saying?
It's kind of surprising they haven't done that yet. I think
they are.
Where are they going? Serbia, China?
They're in China right now. They're probably in other countries too, but to my understanding, like they do the most marketing in China. They send like there's a reason why like Kobe, LeBron, they're very famous in China. Mm-hmm. Steph, very famous in China. They do a lot of stuff over there. Yeah,
I know Kobe is super famous in China. That was still super famous in China, from what I understand. So I see your point. Now that you reframed it clearly. I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter talking about, man, they need to start going back to the hood and recruit again. They passing up on a lot of good talent. We need to take the NBA back from the Hornets.
No, our talent is fine. It's just imagine if LeBron played for another country. It's gonna be hard to beat that team. That's just what it is. If you have the best player in the fucking tournament, you have the better chance to win. That's just what it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just what it is. That's just how sports work.